like, look, yeah, I had sex. Like, I did it. All right, like, the fucking world knows I had sex. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah, just say you want it. Ay, 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 ay.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alexis, and as you can tell by the title, I'm literally about to be telling you about one of the most traumatizing, just toxic experiences in my life. Like all my friends know about this, but it's just like I don't even like telling people because I feel like it was so much. It was just too much that was happening. There was so much that was going on, and I just like even at the time I didn't even understand. But look. Let me get into the story. All right, so this story is taking place when I was in 9th grade because I moved from West Philly to the Northeast, and then we moved back to the same crib in West Philly. And then like when I was when I was like going to high school, I didn't want to like go to a different school or like a neighborhood school because why didn't I? Oh yeah, because like I didn't want to be away from my friends. I just like I spent so much time up here, like I might as well just stay up here and just like, you know, like go to school up here. So my mom allowed me to do that or whatever. So like I used to be traveling, like I had to be to school at 7. I used to have to get up at like 4 or 5 o'clock just to get to school. And it's like I didn't even care at the time either. I really didn't care. All right, so anyway, I'm going to Northeast. So at this point, all right, so I lost my virginity in April. So I lost my virginity in April, and none of this shit happened until, like, this whole situation I'm about to tell you in this story, this didn't happen until May. So yeah, it happened a whole month later. So one day at school, like, everybody was taking a Keystone. So I think the 9th graders, we had to be there at 11. So I didn't tell my mom that we had to be there at 11 because I wanted her to drop me off, and I was just gonna walk to my my ex-boyfriend house at the time, and I was just gonna go chill. I was really gonna go chill. Like, that's all I was doing. Like I was chilling. I wasn't doing nothing else. Like I was just chilling. So that's what happened. I didn't tell my mom that we had to be to school at 11. So my mom works at a prison. So the prison is not that far from my school, but it is. Like I had to take a whole bus. I would be on that bus for like a good 30 minutes. So she didn't even take me to her job because she would usually take me to her job and I would catch the bus. She took me to school this day. So she dropped me off at the gas station that was across the street from the school because like I wanted to go get some snacks before I went to go chill with my mans. So that's what I did. She dropped me off. She said she'll see me later. I'm like, all right, bye, mom. So then that's when I hit my boyfriend up, my ex at the time. Well, you know. So I hit him up. I'm like, yo, I'm here, but I'm about to start walking to your crib now. So he lived like that walk from his school, it was far. So he, instead of me walking all the way to his house, he walked to his friend's house and he told me to meet me at his friend's house so that we could just all chill together or whatever. So that's what we did. And since it's like May, it's kind of hot outside. So I go over there or whatever, and we just chilling. I don't even remember, like, I remember, like, us just, like, fucking bitting and shit, like, the whole time, like, just fucking laughing and shit. So then that's when, you know, like, it's close to the time where we gotta go to school. So we go to school. The girls had to enter through the front, and the guys had to enter through, like, the back or, like, the side, whatever. That shit was in the back for me, like that long-ass walk. Like, we right here, they had to walk all the way around, go right there. So he go to the back, go to the front. I didn't have my ID because I lost my ID. I literally still have my ID with the date on it that I got my fucking ID. So that's how you know, like, yo, my mom, she just did, like, let me just finish. So I couldn't scan in because I lost my ID. So I just had to like enter my numbers or some shit. I don't even fucking remember. So I used to always be like, I never used to go to my advisory. And advisory or like your homeroom, that's when they would like take attendance and they would mark you here. So even though I was scanned in and like that should be like me marked as here, like it just wasn't. You had to go to advisory to get like marked as, you know, like present. So never used to go to advisory. I always used to fail advisory because I never used to be on time. So, because, you know, like, I live far as shit. So I was never on time. So Then that's when like I go to my classes. It's a regular ass fucking day and shit. So then that's when after school, I remember me, my boyfriend and his friends, we had like went to some store down the street. We got like some quesadillas and shit. My mom had gave me $20 that day. I probably spent $5 at the store, so I had 15 left. So my mom, when she used to give me money, she would give me money to last the whole week. So I was supposed to spend, $5 a day. Like it's 5 days of school. It's, if I 10, 15, 20, it should be 25, but it's just like, she didn't expect me to spend the whole 20. So she thinking I'm about to spend like just a little bit. I'm not going to spend the whole 20. I spent my whole 20 or whatever. So boom, I get home from school and my mom is not there. So I'm upstairs, I'm in my room, I'm watching Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I'm watching Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and then that's when I ended up falling asleep. I would always take a nap after school. So then that's when my mom, I remember her calling me and she told me to like unlock the door. So I unlocked the door and she came in. So I think I went back upstairs and she called me downstairs again. So I'm like, she's like, hey Alexis. When she say my name like that, that's how I know I'm in trouble. She be like, hey Alexis, like. So I'm like, yeah. Well, I never say yes to my mom. I'm like, yes. She like, come downstairs. I'm like, fuck, I'm in trouble. So I'm trying to think. I'm like, it could be nothing that I'm in trouble for. Like, I ain't even do shit. So then that's when she like, what time did you go to school today? So I'm like, oh shit. So I told her, I said, when you dropped me off. So she like, no you did, because your school fucking called me and they said you wasn't there. So remember, I didn't scan in, like I couldn't scan in because I didn't have my ID. I had to enter my numbers and I didn't go to advisory, so I wasn't marked present all day. Like I don't know why, but I had multiple classes. I don't know why my different teachers didn't like mark me as here. Like I don't fucking know. So like I was marked as absent or whatever, even though I was in school. I had pictures. I had proof. Like I had proof that I was in school. Like I was taking pictures with my mans in class and shit. So like it had the time on it. So like yeah. So my mom, she like, no you fucking didn't. You didn't go to school. I dropped you off and you didn't even go in. So where did you go? I'm like, I lied. So this is when I lied. I said, I was at my friend Kiera's house until we had to go to school. So my mom, she yelling at me and shit. She yelling. So she like, no the fuck you did. You lying. I said, Mom, I call her right now. I call her right now. Cause like, I'm thinking that like my friend, she gonna lie for me. So my mom took my phone, but she gave it back to me so that I could call Kiera or whatever. So I started dialing Kiera's number, and my mom took the phone like when Kiera answered the phone. So Kiera my mom was like, was Alexis at your house today? Guess what this bitch said, y'all? Guess what this bitch said? This bitch said no. So my mom had her on speaker. So I'm like, yes I was. Yes I was, Kiera. Wasn't I there today? So then that's when Kiera, she tried to backtrack and she like, oh yeah, she was. So I'm like, oh my fucking God. Like this girl just fucked up my life. Like, yo, this girl just fucked up my life. So then that's when, what happened after that? All right, so my mom, all right, soon as Kiera said that, soon as she like said her final answer or whatever, I snatched my phone out my mom's hand. Like, I don't know, well, I do know what made me do this. Like, me and my boyfriend at the time, we was talking about we was talking about little stuff in our messages, and we obviously had sex, so we talking about like our experience and all that shit. So I'm being grown, but I'm not on no crazy shit, but it's just like I still don't want my mom to see it. So then that's when I snatched my phone out her hand. We was upstairs and we was near my room or whatever. So as soon as I snatched the phone, I ran downstairs. I tried to run out of the door. I tried to run out the front door because in that crib, like, soon as you go down the stairs, the fucking front door is right there. All you gotta do is go down the stairs, walk a little bit, and then open up the doors. So my mom was on my ass, so I couldn't even run out the door. So all right, so I came downstairs, the door right there. I had to go around in the living room, and then the dining room was back there or whatever. So in the dining room, we had like, like the china set, and then we had like the table and all that. So the table was basically in the middle of the whole entire dining room. So now I'm on like the furthest end of the table, and I'm trying like, like go around the table so like my mom can't catch me. I'm having her like chase me and shit. So we had this big ass vase on the table. It had water in it, it had marbles in it, and then it had like some flowers and shit in it. My mom picked, like, this vase is literally it's big as shit. Like, that joint, it was big as shit. It was probably like this big. So, but like, it was standing up, like, like that way. So, she picks up the vase and she tries to throw it at my head. Oh my fucking God. So I dodged that joint. She missed my head, but like all the water came out, all the water got in my eyes. Alright, so all the water like got my eyes and shit. So then that's when what happened after that? Oh yeah, so she still like, I'm trying to run, I'm trying to like hurry up and clear my eyes, cause like, like we got some shit right now. So by this time I still got my phone is locked. So like, you can't get into an iPhone if like the phone is like, if you don't got a password, you're probably gonna lock yourself out, you're probably gonna have to restart it on iTunes, blah blah blah. So mom, she chasing me around the table. So then that's when I try to run upstairs. I'm on the stairs, she grabbed my foot, she dragged me down or whatever. Not all the way down, but like she dragged me down some stairs and shit. So then that's when like she bit my arm. Like right here, I couldn't feel my arm for like I don't even know how long. I couldn't feel this shit for like so long. Like if I touch it, I can't feel it. If I scratch it, I can't feel it. She bites my arm. So then that's when her finger, I don't know what type of time I was on right here. Like, I really don't even know. But her finger was near me, so I bit her finger hard as shit. So then that's when like she, she stopped dragging me and shit. Well, she had to let me go because she was in pain. So I ran upstairs. I ran in the bathroom. So I'm in the bathroom and shit. I'm looking at my fucking body. Like, I still have on my uniform. Because as soon as I came home from school, I really just went right to sleep. Like, I went in my room, I laid across the bed, and then I just went to sleep. So I got all these scratches on my chest. I don't know where these scratches came from. I don't know anything. I got all these scratches on my chest. I got all these marks on my face. I'm fucking bleeding. So mind you, like, I could have sworn I dodged that vase, but now, like, I'm confused. Like, did that shit hit me? Like, I don't even know. And then, oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all, after my mom threw the vase, she picked up the table. So I was in the corner, and I remember this because she had put a hole in the wall because she flipped the table up. Like, when she flipped, that table heavy as shit. Like, my mom was really on some strong Hulk shit this day. So she flipped the table up. This shit not funny. Like, it's funny now because, like, I could look back at this shit and really laugh. This is years later, like, but, like, at the time, like, this shit was really scary. I was in the crib, I'm screaming. I'm like, help me! Help! Like, yo, oh my God, like, this shit was crazy. So I'm upstairs in the bathroom. So my mom outside the door, she banged on the door. She trying to break through the door. She went downstairs. She had got a knife because, like, I don't know what she was trying to do. Like, I really don't know. So I'm sorry, I keep sweating. So, like, I got to wipe my face. So after that, what happened? Oh yeah. So now she like, I know you screwing. You gotta be screwing. The way you acting, you out here screwing. So I'm like, I'm not screwing. Like, ew, like, fuck, I don't screw. Like, I am not screwing. That old ass, dirty ass, fucking cringy ass word. I do not screw. I have sex. Like, so then that's when, she saying all that. Of course, like, I'm gonna deny it to the fucking grave. So I'm like, no, I'm not screwing, blah, blah, blah. So she like, my mom had recently kicked my brother out, like, around this time, too. So, I don't remember what month, but I remember her kicking, like, my brother out. So, like, that shit used to make me mad. I used to hate when my siblings got kicked out of the crib. Like, I used to be crying and shit, like, because it's like, why you gotta kick them out? Like, so, she like, where all of a sudden you get all this attitude? So, I'm like, I'm like, I'm getting it from AJ. I'm getting it from AJ. Cause like my brother, his name is AJ. So I'm like, I get it from AJ. Blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, yo, I hate it here. I hate it here. I want to leave. I want to go with my dad. You're crazy. So then that's when like she gets on the phone with my Aunt Chanel. Like my Aunt Chanel, like, all right, I'm on my way down there, blah, blah, blah. So then that's when I remember her like calling my sister. Like y'all already know black parents, they gotta tell the whole fucking world what's going on. Like they gotta tell everybody, oh, I'm calling your aunt, your uncle, your grandma, your cousin, like everybody. So then that's when like I remember, like I don't even know how I ended up getting out the bathroom. Before my aunt got there, my sister had got there. So my sister, she takes me outside. She like, come on, we're going for a walk. So she asking me, she like, so are you having sex? Like, are you doing what she say you doing? I'm like, no, I said I'm not having sex. Like, I just didn't want to tell nobody because y'all already just like, well, my mom already made it seem like it's just the worst thing. So now I don't even want to like own up to it. Like, I don't even want to say like I did it. Like, I goes back in the house or whatever. Now my aunt is there. So now we upstairs and like my aunt, like she saying all this shit. Basically, I'm about to get fucked up. Not by my aunt, but my aunt is just going like make sure my mom don't kill me while my mom fucks me up. So I had 2 beds. I think I had 2 beds in my room at a time, and like my mom pushed me. I fell. She started banging my head on the floor. I get up. I'm trying to fight back, but it's just like I really can't do too much because if I do start fighting back, then my aunt gonna do something to me. Like, so then now we up against the wall. I had like a concrete wall, so like she is banging my head, like literally banging. I feel my fucking brain moving like this and shit, banging my head on the wall. My mom, she took my phone back. After I snatched it from her, like, I don't know how she got it. I think, like, while we was on this, I don't even know where she got that shit back, but she got the phone back, and I was not giving up my password. Never giving up that password. So this was before I knew that, like, nobody can get into your phone, not even the Apple store, if they don't know your password. I didn't know that. So my mom, she telling me, oh, I got a friend that work at Apple, which she really did. She's like, oh, I got a friend that work at Apple, and she's gonna get your phone unlocked, blah, blah, blah. If you don't tell me what's in this phone right now, then it's gonna be the end of you. So I'm just like, look, I don't even care. I was not giving up my password. Like, I was scared that somebody really could get into my phone, but I was not giving up that password. So now my aunt, she's just like, she's hounding me. She's questioning me. She's asking me all this stuff. And she's like, Lex, like, I know you might feel like uncomfortable telling your mom, but you could tell me, like, I'm not going to judge you, blah, blah, blah. You know, just trying to get me to say it. So, like, I'm crying and shit because, like, this shit just doing too much. Like, this shit got me fucked up now. Like, this shit really got me fucked up. So, I'm just like, look, yeah, I had sex. Like, I did it. All right? Like, the fucking world knows I had sex. Like, yeah, like, I fucking did it. So, now, like, she like, okay, did you give him oral? Did he give you oral? Like, you gotta get tested for STDs and all this shit. And I'm just like, see, this is why I didn't want to fucking tell y'all. Like, this is why I didn't want to tell y'all. Like, what the fuck? Like, y'all really doing too much. So, boom, that happened. So, she tells my mom. She put me on the phone with my mom or whatever. So, she like, Lex, if you don't tell her, I'm gonna tell her. So, I'm like, Mom, I had sex. Like, that's really how I said it. I said, Mom, I had sex. So she was like, this how I feel like her face was. You did what? You did what? And it's just like, after she said that, I gave her the phone back. I ain't even want to hear it no more. But yeah, definitely, like, because all of this happened off the assumption that I was having sex. Like, nobody even got, like, a fucking clear answer as to, like, if I was doing it or not. Like, nobody even knew for sure. Like, nobody even knew. But anyway, it definitely could have been a talk. It could have been a talk that, you know, like, took place. It could have been, like, multiple talks. But it's just, like, it was never a talk or anything. And it's just, like, look, like, even at that age, like, I felt like I knew what I was doing. Like, I'm not pregnant. I never got pregnant. Like, I know what the fuck I'm doing. I know how to have safe sex. Like, the fuck, like, it was just, I don't know. But yeah, y'all, that's the story of the most fucking toxic and traumatizing shit that ever happened to me. Fucking me losing my virginity. Like, niggas didn't even fucking know. Like, niggas didn't even know. But thank you guys for watching, especially if you made it all the way to the end. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, it'll help me out a lot. Alright, so I did go on Instagram, y'all, and I asked people how their parents reacted to them, like, having sex, and this is what people said. People parents really toxic. But thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.